Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Wednesday, June 3rd, 2020. I'm Freddie Liberd. Supervisor of Elections Elvin Bailey is encouraging all voters to exercise their franchise to vote for the candidate of their choice on Friday, June 5th, and to do so in an orderly and respectful manner.
There will be further instructions about how to protect yourself and the persons who are there to serve you from COVID-19. Such protocols, discussed and accepted by the COVID-19 task force, include sanitization, distancing measures, and the wearing of masks. Voters will be required to briefly unmask so that their identity can be checked. Also, a cleansing solution will be provided for voters prior to the immersion in the indelible ink. We are urging voters to comply so that the voting process can flow smoothly and expeditiously.
The polls will be available for voting continuously from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
We must ask that all, and especially the new voters, pay special attention to the instructions of the presiding officers in charge of the voting stations. Those instructions will include a reminder of the names of the candidates, the party they each represent, as well as their party symbols, and an instruction on how and where to make the mark of your choice, that is, an X with the pencil provided. They will also direct you to where to go to make your mark. You must return your vote folded so that your vote is not revealed, and present it to the presiding officer for further instruction, including a compulsory dipping of your finger in the indelible ink provided. If you refuse to dip your finger in the ink, your vote will be deemed a spoilt one, and it will not be counted in the final result. Voters are also not allowed to loiter in the polling station. You must leave immediately after casting your vote.
All voters will be asked to present picture identification, particularly their national identification card.
If you do not have your valid card for whatever reason, you can still vote upon presenting of either a valid local passport, a valid local social security card, or a valid local driver's license. If none of these are available, the elector will be required to take an oath of identity in order to vote.
All persons who are in line at 6 p.m. will be allowed to vote, but no one will be allowed to join the line after 6 p.m. Director of the Nevis Disaster Management Department, Brian Dyer, is appealing to residents to be mindful of the weather conditions at this time of year. He made the call as he outlined the Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology, CIMH, experimental forecast for the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season.
They're expecting 8 to 21 named storms, of which they're expecting 17 named storms. For the first half of June, July, and August, they're expecting 6 named storms. And for peak season, they're anticipating 13 named storms. And for the second half of the season, September, October, November, they are anticipating predicting 9 storms.
Meantime, the CIMH is predicting the population will experience some heat discomfort during the early part of the Atlantic hurricane season.
So heat stress would affect not only us humans, but some animals would be affected as well. With regards to drought relief, the CIMH is predicting short-term drought will continue through June. And this would affect soil moisture, small streams and small reservoirs. And the slower long-term drought relief, this will be affecting groundwater, very large rivers and water reservoirs.
The CIMH is also predicting that the potential for flash floods will increase from June to late August across the Caribbean islands.
With the influx of rain, we could have flash flooding that would have an impact on our soil. We have erosion, etc. So I want to appeal to persons to desist from dumping in our guts. So when the rain comes, we should have free-flowing water that would minimize the impact on our properties.
Director of the Nevis Disaster Management Department, Brian Dyer. The following is a notice from the Premier's Ministry regarding an appeal for tributes for the 50th anniversary of the MV Christina disaster. August 1st, 2020 will mark the 50th anniversary of the MV Christina disaster. For such a significant milestone, the Nevis Island Administration invites interested persons to submit brief tributes in honor of their loved ones lost in the tragedy. Limited typewritten tributes accompanied by photos of loved ones will be accepted. Video clips no longer than 1 minute are welcomed. The videos as well as the typewritten tributes should also be emailed to premier@niagov.com. The deadline for the submission of tributes is June 26, 2020. The administration appreciates your sharing your memories as it commemorates this tragic event. Still to come,
we are very happy to celebrate today. Today we are celebrating all these people who have reached 100 years.
The details right after this break.
Hi, I'm King Hollywood, the reigning Calypso King of Nevis. I have a message for you. Be safe, protect yourself and others. Cover your cough and sneeze, and remember, catch it, bin it, and clean it.
Stay updated by following the Health Promotion Unit on Facebook and Instagram or contact us at 469-8010.
Welcome back. 2 centenarians on Nevis were presented with care packages by Deputy Governor General Her Honor Hailita Liburd and Minister of Social Development the Honorable Eric Evelyn on Friday, May 29, 2020, the day officially observed as Centenarians Day. 100-year-old Eliza Jeffers Liburd of Hamilton was presented with her care package by Her Honor Liburd.
We are very happy to celebrate today. Today we are celebrating all these people who have reached 100 years, and you're one of them. And we are happy and we praise God that you have.
November.
Yeah.
So. 100.
Oh wow. We celebrate with you, and we are grateful that we can be here to see you today. And God has let you live to see it. Today we are celebrating all persons who are 100 or more. And on behalf of the Governor General and all of us in St. Kitts and Nevis, I would like to present this basket to you.
Minister Evelyn also presented the centenarian with a bouquet of flowers and a care package. Mary Mem Brown was presented with a care package by Minister of Social Development, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, at her home in Riverpath.
Mrs. Brown is someone that I've known for a very, very long time, someone I consider as my good friend. She is someone who has made a sterling contribution to the development of Gingerland and to the development of Nevis. And we are here to make a presentation which will be collected by her daughter-in-law, Denise Brown, who I must say once again has always done a fantastic job in the care of Mrs. Brown. I want to just take this opportunity to say Happy Centenarians Day to Mrs. Brown on behalf of all of us of Gingerland and all of us at Nevis and all of us from the Ministry of Social Development. May God continue to grant her good health and strength, and may she be around to see that 104 on the 1st of November 2020. So Denise, on behalf of all of us from Social Development, to Mrs. Brown, to you on behalf of all of us, to Mrs. Brown.
Brown is 103 years old. Her daughter-in-law accepted on her behalf. She also received a care package from the Deputy Governor General, Her Honor Hailita Liburd. The Ministry of Education, Technical and Vocational Education and Training TVET Enhancement Project is inviting bids for the construction of the technical wing of the Gingerland Secondary School. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis has received financing from the Caribbean Development Bank in an amount equivalent to $8 million towards the cost of the TVET Enhancement Project. The project, which is being implemented by the government of St. Kitts and Nevis through its Ministry of Education, has contracted consultants who will assist the TVET project coordinating unit with delivering the project. The consultants have prepared designs and contract documentation and will assist in tender administration and evaluation and supervise project activities. The Ministry of Education now invites sealed bids from eligible bidders for the construction of the Advanced Vocational Education Center. The project comprises mainly building works for the proposed two-story reinforced concrete building. The project scope, including complementary civil infrastructure, encompasses earthworks and excavation, substructure, including foundation and ground floor slab, substructure, including columns, beams, walls, and suspended floor slabs, roof accessories, including drainage and ceiling, finishes, including tiling, doors, windows, and ceilings, built-in furniture, including worktops, cupboards, and shelving, services, including electrical, plumbing, fire, and air conditioning, and external works, including staircases, access ramps, walkways, drainage, and landscaping. For more information, send an email to tivetproject.skn@moeskn.org or call 467-1878 or 467-1106. The deadline for the submission of bids is July 14th, 2020. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liebert. Thank you for viewing.